This conference will now be recorded.
I'd like to thank everybody for joining. My name is Jack Bihar. I'm one of the founders of InteractiveTel. We are a hosted phone provider that has built a platform that has artificial intelligence and machine learning built in. So it's a complete separation of what most phone resellers have seen before. Our strong point has been in automotive, and we're looking to help other partners enter into the automotive space. We have very, very tight integration with the different CRMs and DMSs that handle automotive. We're founded in 2008. We have over 4,000 participating dealers through some of our partner vendors. We also offer a product if the customer does not want a forklift or change out their existing phone system. We have a product called Total Track that attaches to the existing phone system, and we don't really care make model, whether it's an Owatsu or a Mitel or Toshiba, Panasonic, even those that are sunsetted. We work with every brand as long as it's not analog. We've stepped away from the analog platform about 2 years ago, but if a system's using PRI, we're able to connect and provide our services. In the automotive space, we work with literally every CRM and every DMS on the market. So Auto Alert, Car Research, CDK, which is both CRM and DMS, Dealer eProcess, iMagic. Everybody here caters to the automotive space. Now, we also work on enterprise, so we can go outside of automotive. This platform, when I show it to you guys live, you'll see how simple it is, whether if you're marketing to healthcare or any type of call center. This is a really unique platform that we've built. You guys, everybody knows about phone engagement, so I'm going to skip a lot of these slides, but I think this is the most critical slide we have. So phone systems installed, then what? So, people want more data today. They want more information. So this slide really, really shows what we really do when it comes to the information we can deliver. And everything we do is in real time. So as the conversation's taking place, as both parties are speaking, our transcription system is processing this. So first and foremost, we integrate with the CRM. It helps us mitigate lost sales, engaging managers in real time. So we can send out real-time alerts to a manager based on specific sentences and keywords. Monitor all phone conversations in real time. Obviously, our AI identifies missed opportunities. We can be alerted on keywords in real time, and we'll show you that in our live demo. We track both in and outbound calls. And what's really nice, we have a Boolean search built in, so you can search any specific word or sentence somebody spoke, whether it's a specific product, medicine, competition, unhappy customer. I mean, it's to your heart's content. The summary is, now with conversation analytics, your customers can see calls in real time, call transcription. So if they're using a call center managers can see their agents and engage in the agent before the agent engages with them. And we'll show that to you in our demo. AI and machine learning understand the content of the conversation. We have voice inflection, intent of the customer, skills of the sales associate, outcome of an interaction. And the nice part is machines never have a bad day. So we can process 1 million calls if we have to simultaneously. The expanded insights, visibility by keyword and department, bridge the gap between Google Analytics and true campaign return on investment. So if you guys are working with any type of marketing company that's spending money, whether it's radio, television, or any SEO or SEM companies that are spending money online, as far as buying keywords or any of that nature, you can manage a true ROI based on a call and based on an appointment. Simplified sales performance engagement, measure low funnel, digital phone conversation, and identify trends. The other piece is if they're not going to utilize the phone system, but they want a tool that will provide them all the conversation analytics, we do have a product. It's basically, since you guys are in the phone business, it's a recorder that has all of our tech built in, similar to a nice recorder or some of the other recorders that are out there. This one has all of our technology built into it. So it's, in some cases, it's plug and play. In large operations, we have a business that one of our clients has over 250 locations. We put it on a virtual server, we spun it up, and off they went. They were able to launch in less than 2 hours, getting everybody up and running. We have a mobile app, just like all the other competitors out there. The big difference of our mobile app is the tech that's built into it. So it has our analytics built in. It has the capability of SMS, MMS, video within the app. So within the network, you can do video today. We're integrating with iOS and Android for better quality video coming. It has live presence, and obviously it has all the conversation analytics. I will show you guys in a minute a demo of the live transcription and how the analytics works. We offer real-time alerts. And I'm trying to keep this to our 30 minutes that's allotted. In a live alert, the manager or whoever's receiving the alert will receive name, phone number, time of the call, what type of campaign generated from that alert, a recording, and a one-click callback. Some of the differentiators that I've put together compared to the competition that's out there, Ring and 8x8, Nextiva. Especially if you guys are working and want to work within the automotive marketplace, we're the only ones that provide a complete end-to-end solution. Man versus machine. You know, our machines can listen to millions and millions of calls in real time versus a call center or a third party trying to listen to calls. If you think about somebody listening to a call, they would have to listen to the whole call, then summarize, and then send out an alert, and that can take anywhere up to an hour. Here, it's happening in real time. So I've talked a lot about real time, so let's take a dive into our platform so you guys can see it. So this is our dashboard. So our back end is pretty similar to a RingCentral or any of the back ends, and we can go into the back end of setting up a call, et cetera, later on. But I think today we wanted to show you how the AI works. So I'm going to take you through it. First and foremost, in our settings, we have all of the employees of the business. If they're using CRM, they'll have a CRM number. They'll have their DID number, which will also be their DID number to their desk, to their mobile phone, and to click to call if they're using a CRM, whether it's an automotive CRM or whether it's HubSpot or Salesforce. So once we have the agents loaded, then we can set up our alerts. So first and foremost, we can set up any alert we want. So you'll see, the majority of our clients have been auto dealers, but you'll see blood sugar. We're working with a diabetes company, so we put blood sugar in there, and it doesn't matter. You could put any word, it'll pick it up instantaneously, and it'll start tracking those keywords when those conversations are taking place in real time. So this piece of it, the keyword, is for marketing purposes. How many people have talked about, let's say a BMW M5 or a Corvette C8, anything of that nature. The piece that triggers it is the alert. So then you have notifications. In our marketing, we have anything that we want to set in real time. So for anybody who's mentioning an Accord and the competition, so I saw the Accord at the Ed Napleton store, that would send out an immediate alert to a text message and an email, and you can set up a department. So the moment they say it, it'll happen. So here are some of our alerts here, and you can set up as many as you want. It's very simple. You can create a new alert. Very, very simple to do. So let's take a look at our dashboard and how it all works together. So the dashboard is a live dashboard, and what I can do is I have permission to go to one of our stores that use our product. Let me log out and log in as them. Okay, I'll log in. All right, so now we're in a live store, and we'll see their agents set up, and this is what a dealership will look like. They'll have all their CRM, it'll have their DIDs, it'll have their extensions. He'll have all of his different keywords and his alerts. And you can see his competition. He'll have his service alerts. So if somebody's unhappy with service, they want to speak to a manager, managers can be engaged in real time. Sales department, somebody is mentioning the competition, or they're unhappy with something, price is too high, a manager can get an alert in real time. So here's a live dashboard of all their inbound and outbound calls, how many calls are abandoned, and this is all from our phone system. Because we're transcribing in real time, we can pick up appointments, unmatched calls, all the alerts that are sent out, their call performance in every department. And when they're setting up marketing, so in the automotive or retail space, whether it's automotive, boats, planes, trains, action sports, they'll set up marketing numbers to track their ads. And as long as they put a campaign cost that's associated with that particular campaign, we'll do a real-time ROI, so it's in real time that they can see on their dashboard of the source that the calls are coming in from, how many first-time callers, cost per call, how many appointments, cost per appointment. And this is powerful because in retail, you can have a single store spending over $100,000 a month on marketing between television, radio, online, on the internet. So this gives the marketing departments an idea on how their marketing dollars are trending. When you have a group that has 5, 10, or 50 stores, they could be spending anywhere from $5 to $8 million a month. So this is critical to the success of their business. You can see what's trending from as far as keywords are concerned and what's going on for today in their sales and service departments. So this is the main dashboard that is live. So as calls are happening, this will interact with the managers that have it open. And then it's broken out by every department. So the sales department or the business development center will have a different look from a leaderboard perspective. And they could see what's going on for their team. So each team is accountable. And this is a small store, but it'll give you the gist of the information. I'm not sure if there's a live call going on. So let me take you back to our site so I could show you how calls interact. So if I was a call center manager, I would see 3 calls going on simultaneously. And with an agent on a call, normally the agent will engage a manager when they need help through chat, Slack, or whatever tool is offered. This is a proactive approach. So I could see 3 calls. I could see Jonathan talking about a lease and what's taking place there. And everything they're speaking about is being transcribed in real time. If I need to engage in the call, I can take the call over by joining. So we conference in, we bridge in the call. But when we bridge in, the first thing we do is we bridge in only to the sales rep. This way where sales rep can notify the customer or the prospect to get permission. And everybody likes or loves talking to a manager. Once the manager is engaged, then he'll press the 6 key and both parties are joined through our phone system or through TotalTrack. And that's happening in real time. As a manager, I don't have to be in the office. I don't have to be on the phone system. I'll get a text alert, which would look like, let me pull one up. I got a screenshot of a text alert. So this is what a text alert would look like on my phone. It would give me when the alert came in, the duration, was an inbound call, the campaign, missed opportunity, the taglines, and we can offer a summary. You know, if they're going to use, the summary is when they're using humans to transcribe the call. So in a lot of companies will have a third party. So I wanted to show everybody the different notifications that can come in. So up to the tagline is in real time, and they can just click the button on their phone and call back. So this call ended. Here's another call where they're talking about price. And the agent can see as many calls that are taking place in real time, and the manager can then engage in real time based on the information that they set up when they set up their keywords and alerts. So no better time to be in the 0 moment of truth is to engage somebody in real time. So from there, our reporting is very, very robust. So our call reporting goes deeper than most phone system reporting. So you'll see all the information from the call, the origin of where the call came from, if there's a conversation that has analytics, you'll see a graph. You click the eyeball, all the information about the call is here, who the agent was, where the campaign came from. You'll see the keywords. You can view the transcript that took place of the call. And this will tie into literally any CRM in automotive and Salesforce and HubSpot. You could see if that person's called in more than once as it's loading. Well, I don't know if GoToMeeting's my friend today. Our strength is in our filter. I just don't like GoToMeeting. So we can filter literally thousands and thousands of different ways. And our data scientists once told me that there's over 1 million different types of reports you can drill down from here. Obviously, you have the date range or custom, the duration, inbound and out, the type of call origin, whether it's all calls, call tracking, click to call, calls from the website, calls from mobile, calls from the phone system. If they're set up for campaigns, you can drill down by an agent. You can drill down by a department, calls that were listened to, not listened to. You can do a Boolean search for any specific word, and there's a bunch of them that I've used in the past. Unique callers. A unique caller is a first-time caller, so you can track from how many uniques to how many people keep calling back and what numbers they're calling back at what cost. Calls that were flagged, calls that notes were put in, calls that have analytics, and alerts that were sent. So you can create almost any type of report. So for this case, if I want to see calls from, let's go to a live dealer. Let's go back to Northside for a minute. We can do one. We'll do. So if I want to run in their business development center, in their call center, I want to see calls for today. So I want the business development center that were greater than 2 minutes, which means we actually had a conversation, that my sales team made an outbound call. So I can filter that and see the calls. So there were 2 calls that were greater than 2 minutes. If that's a report that's critical to me, I don't want to run it every day. I can save it and label it, and I'll just call this Jack report for this demo. And I can save it, and it'll show up in my save filter, in my saved reports. And I can create a daily report. And as you can see, this business has a number of different reports saved already. But I'll just call this Jack for a minute. Have it sent to me. I want it daily. Then I'll scroll down and I'll find the report that I saved. And I want the details. Move it over. And I'll hit save. And now I'll get that report every day. So there's a a tremendous amount of information that will help a business. So I showed all calls. I could see only the marketing calls if I want to just see marketing calls coming in. And these are all of his call tracking calls from all of his marketing campaigns. And I could drill down. I could mouse over and see what the call was about. This was a service call. So if I wanted to look here and see all the calls that have analytics associated with it. He has 1,747 calls, and some of them are already flagged. So it's a minute and 55 seconds. I can click on any of the keywords and it'll take me right to the part where they're talking about I want to speak to a manager, et cetera, et cetera. I can view again. I can view the call. And we separated the phone system from the marketing or the click-to-call calls, so it's easy for a marketing manager, a sales manager, or service manager to go in and find them, because there's so many calls a store may get or a business may get. You know, some businesses may get 5,000 calls a month, some may get 50 or 150,000. So it's easier to filter down. If there are any saved calls that they want to save, they would just click on the eyeball and hit save, and I guess they do have a save calls. If there's any SMS or MMS messages from the mobile app, they can find them in here. And we have a whole history. When you look at the mobile piece of it, you'll see history of the communication that took place between the two parties. Insights are from our analytics, are, you know, keywords that have been spoken. It's great for marketing to see, you know, what people are talking about. You learn things about your business by just seeing, you know, how many times certain keywords or sentences are being spoken and how long they've been, you know, spoken about. So in the automotive industry, what we found over the years is oil change has always been in the top 15 conversations in any store. So, and that is a profit center for these businesses. Call volume, when are they, you know, when's the business the busiest? So you could drill down by time and day. You could also filter that and say, you know, when is my service, you know, when are my service calls coming in? So I can take a look at service calls, or if I want to look at how many, when people are asking about oil changes or parts or a specific vehicle, I can use that filter and see when I'm the busiest to make sure I have coverage. So we broke it out by day and time. Conversions. This is critical in analytics and conversations. How many appointments are scheduled? So when a business is measuring, including your own, you know, I own a phone company. I've been in the business for 40 years. You know, how many calls are my sales reps making? How many appointments are they making? And again, every tab has a filter, so I could drill down by my team, by my departments, or by my individuals. I can see how many appointments were scheduled. But the missed opportunities to me are the most critical, right? Call rang, somebody was interested in either sales or service or doing something, and it wasn't set. So this is the only alert we don't send instantaneously, because we have to wait for the call to end to see if an appointment was scheduled. And we worked with Google, with the Google Labs, to identify a different number of ways an appointment could be scheduled without using the word appointment. Like, I'll stop in tomorrow at 3 p.m. I'll come by this afternoon. I think we came up with 32 different ways that we can schedule an appointment. So this, after a call is hung up, and literally when the call is hung up, the alert is sent. So an alert was sent here because an appointment wasn't scheduled. So, this is one where the manager would call back in right afterwards. So they would get an alert on their phone. They would also get an email to that. They could see the transcript if they needed to, but something like this, where they were calling in for an Alfa Romeo, I could be on the golf course and I would just hit the callback button because I'd have all the details on my alert. Abandoned calls are painful. Our abandoned calls, so we have two types of abandoned calls. Our phone system will issue an alert, obviously, on an abandoned call, but these abandoned calls are based on analytics, calls that were connected, sent to a specific department, and after the transfer, nobody picked up. So this is an alert where a receptionist or a manager would call back and apologize that all of their advisors may be busy. The graph will tell you what happened, but the yellow dot shows a new caller, first time caller that's not in the database. So those are critical. I talked about advertising before, and I showed you on the main dashboard the advertising sources, and those were the top 9. But in the automotive space, a store or a group may use 20 or 30. So you could see everything that's trending here by unique caller, total calls. So on Google Plus, you had 353 individuals called, but of those, a total of 644 calls were made. So if we can control this callback, we would lower our cost. And we have cost per, the cost associated, cost per unique call, appointments, and cost per appointment. And at the bottom, it will show totals. And yes, they do use a lot of numbers. So 1,600 uniques, and it'll just tally up everything. So 58% of all of their calls were unique callers, total campaign, and cost per call, cost per appointment. So we really deliver a lot of data to businesses. And again, it could be at the enterprise level or it could be in the retail level. Dynamic number insertion, this store doesn't use, but those are numbers that are associated with certain campaigns on websites that the number will change based on the search engine you're coming from. So Bing will have a number, Google will have a number, Yahoo will have a number. Now we have performance metrics. And you can get performance metrics from the phone system, which we offer in our phone system, in our call center. But tying into this dashboard, being that this dashboard is kept live by a multitude of managers in a business, they like to see their activity. And again, they can filter by month to date. It's the same filter for every tab, so they can drill down and see what their agents are doing. So if I just want to see people in the BDC today, I can see, the activity of my reps today and see who's making calls and how many calls are they making, if they're sending out any text messages. Whoops, sorry about that. Got a new Mac here and I'm just getting used to it. So that's the agent overview. The leaderboard is a live wall board for sales or service that you can put up. And you could set this up. They have it set up by they want it measured by outbound. I won't change that. And you can have it scroll. And it'll refresh. And you can have that broken out by departments. So they have it set up by multitude of departments. They have their alerts set up, how many alerts have gone out, how many responses, user activity, who logged in, who listened to calls. Ryan probably listens to most of the calls, and their saved reports. So that was my 30 minutes. I just want to say thank you. I'll be open for questions. And we didn't get to show you our phone system, but it offers all the features that any of the hosted systems offer, from call center to setup. It's a full function hosted system. All right, I'm open for questions.
Hey, Jack, this is Sergio. I understand your guys' system is really optimized for the automotive industry, but outside of the automotive industry, are there other industries or other client types that you think would be a good benefit to your service?
Any call center. So, you know, we're an alpha lab with Google, and we talk with Google all the time. We talk with other software providers that are providing to different call centers. So entertainment, travel, hotels, healthcare, medical. What we're seeing now is doctor offices, vets, dental. It's completely wide open. You know, more and more people are looking at the phone for more than just a tool to communicate. It's a tool to help you build and be better at your business. So, you know, we have actually, this is a cool one. Let me, we have a swim school. They have 5 or 6 different locations. So you're not limited to any business. I think it was Finn. Oh, maybe I spelt it wrong. But we have a swim school. We have I don't know all the businesses. We have a fire protection company. We have training companies. It's wide open. Just that, you know, we went into automotive because they have a real need, and CDK pretty much owned that market. And so we built a platform that blew it wide open for not only for us, but for our partners.
Got it. Thank you.
You know, when I was, don't mind the cursing, but I just wanted to see if I could show a, I'm open for any questions whatsoever. Are there any other questions?
Does anybody have questions, comments? Any questions on their actual PBX system, a hosted phone system? Yeah, I think sounds like it's pretty good.
And we have one sheet on our agent portal that breaks down the features of your phone system and kind of goes more into depth of some of the analytics and call tracking that you guys do. So that'll be available for our agents as well. but I think we're in a good place, and we appreciate your time, Jack, and the whole InteractiveTel team.
Sure. And if any of your agents are working in the automotive space, we'll be happy to help them get through the quagmire that car dealers are looking to accomplish from a phone system. Sounds good. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you, Sergio. Thank you, team. We'll be in touch. Let me know if I can help with any communication or if you want to see anything specific.
Sounds good. Thanks, everyone.
Appreciate everyone's time.